Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to today's edition. Um, and again, my name is Andy Pele. I just call me Karim. That's my Facebook name. Thank you for joining me. Those of you who are yet to join, um, we're about to start. Um, if you think ChatGPT is a typing machine where you just type in anyhow and get the best results, you will be wrong. And today presentation is focusing on how we can effectively use ChatGPT to get the best results. Whether you are a business owner, you are a content creator, you are curious about whatever you want to do with ChatGPT, I think today's video will help you get some clear idea about how to use it. So I will be navigating through it. But before we go, let me do some quick introduction of some of the things that we've been doing over the week, and so that viewers can stay alert and get to know what's going on. Before we go, I launched a Meta and AI Stadium, which is on this Facebook. And in fact, I shared a link over there on my Facebook timeline. But I'm going to go again and share this particular link, which majority of you can go in and also interact with it. If you don't have access to ChatGPT, I think that's the best thing you can do, because that's just another version of AI that majority of you can use to also interact with. And yes, you can produce almost the same information just like ChatGPT. But today our focus will be on ChatGPT. But I'm posting that particular link on my Facebook timeline. Those of you who are joining me, you can get that timeline here. It's Impele Institute box. So the link I highlighted, you can click on it and you will begin to interact with it. So I will also put it on Impele Institute platform. Those of you who are joining me can also go to Impele Institute platform and click on it, and so that you can begin to interact with it. While I want to do the introduction or launching of it officially on next week, I just want to briefly tell you what this particular ChatGPT can do, or this AI Studio can do. Basically, we've gone in to customize it in such a way that every question you ask, you throw it on it, it answer it based on African context. It means it will answer you questions that are more tilted towards our cultural need, background, our cultural need, our economic landscape, and our entrepreneurial experiences. So it's very, very interesting. I tilted it towards Africanism. So it is an interesting stadium that majority of you will find interesting to connect with. So I'm going ahead to start today's presentation. But those of you who are joining me now, I would like to know where you are joining me from. You are joining me from what's the name? Tanzania, Morocco. Just put it on the comment section so that we can know where you are currently joining us from. Um, First of all, I would like to create your indulgence that the artificial intelligence, which they call AI, is a machine learning um, tool that has been revolutionized in order to help us do a lot of work. It's use a lot of language that has been put into this database, including internet services and resources, information, anything, and then bringing it back to us in a way of processed form. And that refined version of it make it a more profound one. In addition to it, it has generative capabilities, which means that it can generate image, it can generate text, it can generate voice. In other cases, it can even change things and make it interesting. So those of you joining us, that is what we call AI. Now, there are multiple versions of AI. So you can put on the platform which kind of AI have we used before. Have we used ChatGPT, Perplexity, Midjourney? What type of AI have we used before? In fact, many AI tools right now. As of now, we have over 7 large language model AI, which means they are the largest AI. And not to talk about the smaller version of them that are more specialized on specific tasks. So today, ChatGPT, I see it as the mother of all GPT and AI, which has been founded by OpenAI, and as a mother, I see it as a mother of AI. So today, what I simply want us to look into is how to start the right kind of conversations, how to use prompts that get better answers, and how to normalize, organize, refine, and save your chats. So I'll be sharing the ChatGPT platform with you. First of all, the platform I'm about to share with you, the first version of it is customized, meaning that I am the one using it. I have customized it in such a way that it responds to my needs and it got to know me. So I'll be switching it into a training mode. So one interesting thing is you can give in a voice mail and then it will take it from there. Um, I'm going to start a training session with my live audience. I want you to switch from a customized mode to a non-customized mode for training purposes. Okay, so I've stopped the videos because now I'd say it is now serious business. So I'll I'll start the video. So let's go into serious video. So I'll be sharing the screen with you. Majority of you who are joining me now is we are looking into how to master an AI and it's specifically ChatGPT. So let me share the screen with you. Now, those of you who were following me, you realize that I put this information through just a voice recording and it change it into this. So I'm switching it from a customized mode, which I have been using, to non-customized mode. That is what I'm gonna use to take you through the lesson, because I think majority of us are using the non-customized mode to do the chatting. So today and talk would look like how do we customize this mode. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now the first thing I would like us to do is if you have access to your ChatGPT, the first thing you will look into is you go to the when you click and open, it will welcome you, and that means that everything you want from ChatGPT you can ask it. So we are going basically into that. So I'm using the non-customized ChatGPT. So just like everybody, we just go in there and start chatting with it. For instance, majority of us just go in and say hi, and then it will respond to you as hi. So hopefully, okay. So you see, it is now on non-customized mode. So it also say hello, ready. When are you? So what will you like to tackle first? Prompt, basic, or live demo flow, audience exercises, and Q&R structure. So this is suggesting to me what do I want to do first, right? So, but today I would like us to go through the first basic things. First of all, if you take the ChatGPT, the first thing is to customize it, which I would want majority of you to know how to do it. When you take it and look at the lower left hand side, you see you see the username over there. That's where your name is. So if you go in there, um, you go to the customize. Now you go over there, that's the customize. Now you can see that over here, I said I was going to stretch it to my customize mode, but I think it's not taking me to that point. So, or whether you want me to open a new ChatGPT in order to get there. But first of all, when you take this one, you realize that it's a customized ChatGPT. What should ChatGPT call you? So here I say Randy. What should you do? What do you do rather? And it's over here I indicated what I do. For many of you, maybe you can say um, I'm a business man. So, and then you can scroll down here and say, what personality should ChatGPT have? So, well, I said default means I make it more cheerful and adaptive. But if you want it to be more critical and sarcastic, efficient and blunt, thoughtful and supportive, or nerd, that means exploratory and interstrategic, and it gives you all those options which you can use. Now, if you follow my cursor, you will see in here what traits should ChatGPT know you for, apart from your personality, what trait should ChatGPT know you for? So when you go in here, you see that I type in a bunch of stuff about me and my background, what I'm interested in doing. And by doing that, then I say enable for new chat. Then I click on what? So enable here means turn it off. I just turn it off. It means none of this should show up or it will not recognize me at all. So when I go back to chat, it will not save. So let me click on that and go back. And then we can begin. So let's assume we want to explore a business idea. I will begin by, let's assume that you want to know top business ideas around Ghana or in Ghana, okay? So in few words, list 10 businesses that can be successful in Ghana. So, okay, I hope my English is correct. So, but let's see here. Okay, so we can see few of the 10 businesses that it has been populated. So number one is mobile money agency, poultry and egg farm, cassava gari processing, tilapia fishing farming, solar installation services, motorcycle carrier dispatch, plastic waste recycling, sachet water production, cocoa value add snacks, and lastly, student hostel rentals. So these are the 10 businesses that ChatGPT gave us, right? Now, these answers it gave to me is just based on the fact that it is very raw. We didn't condition it. We didn't tell ChatGPT anything about us. It just gave us this thing. Now, in this raw mode, it's going to give us a neutral answer. But if we customize it and tell a ChatGPT what we are doing, it will refine these answers and see where it can synchronize it and make it more insightful for us. For instance, let's look into what we can do if we turn on the ChatGPT and see. So now I'm turning on all the customized version of it that I have put in for myself, which all of you, when you take your ChatGPT, you go to your profile, your icon where your name shows, click on it, go to customize, then you should be able to do that. So, but those of you who are joining me now, we are talking about how to customize ChatGPT and use it so that it can reflect your needs. It is by just telling ChatGPT who you are and what you are doing, and then by it customizing it, that can help you refine and nurture it into it responding to you in a profound way. But if we leave it in the raw state, most of your answers you get will be very straightforward and they might not be tailored towards your needs. Just remember, as you have your ChatGPT account, it is learning from you and it's getting to know you more. So the more you use it, the more it learns also from you. So by long run, it will have some kind of idea about what you want to do. So sometimes it will be asking you a question, reminding you, you have this particular idea here. Do you want me to link them together and that kind of thing? But the better version of it will be to customize ChatGPT to your needs. So on this mode, I've turned it into customized one. So now let's take the same question and throw it back and see how it will respond to it. So, so you see, before even we go, you see that it's introducing me as good to see you, Randy. So it means when you see your ChatGPT beginning to address you with a name, meaning that you have informed ChatGPT your actual name or the preferred name you want it to be calling you, and then so forth. So it already have some background knowledge about you. So let's see how you're gonna respond to it. Okay. Now let's go back to if you look at the information that he gave us first, it was saying whereas some of them are cutting across, it has refined the information into another grade level, which include mobile money agent banking, mobile money and agent banking, solar installation and maintenance, gari and cassava processing, poultry and egg production, tilapia and catfish, cold room and ice block business, ride hailing and last mile delivery, construction material blocks and sand, water purification kiosks, plastic waste recycling and recycling. Now, if you take this thing and look at it, from my point of view, it has graded them a little bit. because maybe you know my background and know my my interest in terms of businesses. Is grading it to the where I think he knows at least I have some baseline income that probably can help me start in any of these businesses. Besides that, when I explore this into a further, it will begin to stack it with additional questions that really focus on my needs. So now, so it is critically if you begin to customize it. So above all, I want us to now look at some additional effective way of prompting so that it can help us to begin to prompt in a very efficient way. Now, like majority of us, we would like to generate pictures and stuff like that about maybe ourselves and or maybe something that you kind of feel like doing and stuff like that. So I will look into some few effective prompts that we can use in prompting. Prompting can go weird, it can go bad. The first wrong way of prompting is to give a vague um, prompt. It say generate a month. When you say generate a month, that is a vague prompt. And by just saying that it will generate a month, but it will never be the type of month that you want. Now, those of you who are joining us now, if you don't have ChatGPT, you can just go back to my Facebook timeline. I put in a chatbot, that is my Impele Institute chatbot that we designed specifically for members or African brothers, anyone that want to use it. If you go in there, you can just click on it and it will take you to a chat studio where all information, if you want to generate a story, you want to generate an article, you want to generate a prompt about a picture, a woman doing anything, you can just converse with it just like ChatGPT you are conversing with. But this one, it has been customized. So that is it. So go in there, you can like it and share and just continue to interact with it. Meanwhile, we are shifting to how to effectively prompt in the ChatGPT. So assuming I want the African version of Spider-Man or Anasis, the wise man, and I want to generate a picture of it with the regalian of the African maker, right? So I will say generate an African Spider-Man into bracket analysis with costumes resonating with African culture in the background. Council of Elders, women, children, assembled waiting to hear from him. This image should be futuristics to be futuristic. We'll just end it that way. Now, hopefully, with this specific information that we've given to ChatGPT, it should be able to give us some form of. Anyway, we have a lot of ways to correct these things, but let's give it these instructions and see what it will tell us. Now it's thinking. It's moving from all the various aspects of the instructions that we gave to it to produce the answer. ChatGPT is quite slow when it comes to generating images, especially when you are giving it a hefty request, like the futuristic version of it. If it's the image is very general, it's often very fast. But if you say it's futuristic, that means it will give you a high resolution, and sometimes it will give a 3D version of it. So let's see what comes out of it. It's taking a little bit more. While we are waiting for it, those of you joining us now, we are talking about how to do effective prompting, which means the artificial intelligence rely on effective prompting in order to generate the kind of pictures or videos or text that we want. It's very critical. Um, and if you don't have ChatGPT with you right now, or you do not have access to it, just go to my Facebook timeline, and you will see chatbot, Impele Institute chatbot that we have customized. And this chatbot will you can chat with it just like ChatGPT. You can make pictures, you can get stories, you can get a lot of things on it. What you just simply need to do is click on the chatbot link, and it will take you to the chat mode. It will take you to the stadium. You just need to click OK. That's it. Gives you some kind of agreement to do. Now, hopefully, we can get our picture. Well, it has given us already a little bit, which means our text, as you can see, is giving us an idea about what we can do. I mean, it's even with what I'm doing, it's still even giving me the fact that it's giving me the a new prompt which we can use to get what we want. So yes, this even remind me of one of the things that we can do. So if you are struggling with the prompt, you can instruct ChatGPT to say, okay, I want a futuristics or a African analysis picture or image. Give me a profound or whatever prompt I want. Give me a prompt that will give me a interesting image. So in that way, it will generate a prompt, and you read through it. If you want it, you take it. If you don't want, you can edit some part of the prompt and then throw it back into the system. So let's see what it will give us on this, because it generated this prompt. I've generated these prompts, or I've used these prompts over in generating pictures here. Hopefully, it will produce some kind of consistent image that I have generated with this prompt. Well, it's still a little bit slow, but I will tell you something. My computer is one of the fastest computer ever. So, but what I'm seeing is like when you're giving a lot of demands, this is a lot of concentration of pictures, colors, and picking all the cultural elements together. That is very profound. And again, this AI or artificial intelligence is still learning our African culture. That means that its ability to generate our cultural related text, images, and what have you will be a little bit more delayed than the Western aspect of it, which it was used to train. It has been based on that, right? So, okay. So, I think ChatGPT 5 is actually struggling with this because long before this, I was using ChatGPT 4. So I'm switching pretty much to ChatGPT 4 because this is not going well. So they call it the legacy model. So I'm going back to the legacy model and to see what exactly it will give me because ChatGPT 5 is struggling with it. So let me see. So before I go, let me edit this thing. Okay, so this time I'm throwing it back to ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT 5 was struggling with it, so let's see how that one will. Okay, so now it's telling us someone is creating content violation, but whatever, I don't know what it is. Okay, so but when you take ChatGPT 4, it's giving me an idea that we should create our own. So okay. Now it's telling us, do we want us to create the image for us? Yes. Again, ChatGPT 4 is showing some level of familiarity with our cultural elements alongside with maybe my historical use of it in generating images. I've used this prompt to generate a number of images and use them to develop my YouTube channel. So basically, it's not new to me, but ChatGPT 5 seems to be struggling with the prompt. So that also underscore why we need a very effective prompt. If not, you'll be struggling and you'll be stuck in it. Actually, this live events show me a lot because it has never shown me, like, ever since I give in a prompt, it give me something. It might not be exactly the same thing, but it give me an image. But this time around, it's not giving me the exact image. So meaning we need to give a effective prompt to get it. Now, the first relevant of it is a lot of people probably will not be using ChatGPT to generate images, even though the effective prompting is like a larger concept that we need to know. Meaning that you need to know that whatever you're telling ChatGPT is what it will produce. So it means if you just give it a fake ideas or whatever it is, it will not be able to generate it. So I will go ahead and give it my own prompt. Generate. I'm giving it another prompt again. Generate an analysis into bracket. African Spider-Man. I'm thinking somebody is trying to create and claim the whatever it is, the copyright of it, but this should not be the case. Costumes. Okay, I'm gonna do this. The description. Costumes. Okay, so let's see how this come out. Okay. So let me know if you would like me to generate this now and tweak a costume, village settings, and dancing posture. Okay, yes. So it's adding more context to it. Hopefully, it's able to give us a picture. If done that, we will just move into other things that we were doing and continue from there. Um, and those of you joining me, we are still interacting with ChatGPT, and our focus is on how to effectively use it. We're having a couple of issues. It's not generating the images as expected, but we are still on it. So if you go back to my Facebook and timeline, I have created a chatbot which is called Impelled Institute AI chatbot. If you click on it, basically you can interact with it just like interacting with ChatGPT, but this one is actually inspired by ChatGPT. So it's inspired by Facebook Metaverse. That's the Llama AI. So you can interact with it and see how it goes. Wow, It's coming out right now. So I'm glad finally we are seeing something on the screen right now. So yes, um, um, basically, I think you can see it, right? It has generated a picture. The thing is, the futuristic aspect of it underscore how difficult the AI have to undergo, to what extent it will go in order to produce this kind of video. So therefore, I'm not surprised. We struggling with it, but we finally came out with something. Okay, so that's it. So let's go back to something that you need to know in also using the chat GPT. You see right here, whatever we have done, we can save it by just going up here um, to the original where we started. Um, on that, you can basically go, or you can just scroll down to the chat history and basically click on whatever you do. We started with the first chat, which is successful businesses in Ghana. So we can rename this one as effective AI prompting. Uh, for this one, I don't think it's effective prompting based on what we got. Okay, so the other way you can name it is a project. You can add it to your project file and by clicking on your right side, there's a place called project file. You can click on it and then you'll be able to do it there. I know you are not seeing the entire screen, so I'm sorry if you're not seeing it. But you can just go there and you'll be able to do it on that. Now, let's move quickly to an interesting part that I want us to know about AI as well. All these words that we generated, we can basically save them on the same platform, or we can take it to a Word, Microsoft Word, Doc, and Notion, CRM, and just put it there, and it will be able to save it. So the effective way is you can keep it on the platform and by creating what we call prompt library, so that you can always go back to it and then be able to generate maybe the same image just like what we just generated, and that can go a long way to help. Now the last thing I want us to talk about is how to do browsing. So the browsing component is that you realize if you want to browse, there's a way you can do to in order to browse it. It means that if you have a good internet, you can integrate ChatGPT on your browser and be able to use it to browse. So let me see how we can actually add it to our browser and be able to use it to browse. If you are struggling with your browser, another way you can just do is just run inquiry on it as if like you are searching for things on it. Extension. And chat GTP. Extension. So if you go to your browser, depending on the type of browser you're having, if you're using Microsoft Edge, you can just go to the settings and click on extension Edge add-ons. So if this you click on Edge add-ons, you should be able to click on Get. So once you click on Get, you are customizing your Edge add-on, that's Microsoft Edge, to be able to use it in chatting with ChatGPT. In some instances, it might not be directly on your chat, your search bar, but it might just be on the side of your 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 search engine. If you want to click on it, then you go ahead and click on it. Now I have been able to click on it, get, and then it has been able to install it. So let me click on it and see if we can chat with it. So, well, it's not giving me the entire page, but it has given me actually a sidebar where I can just begin to actually interact with it. That means I have actually, and again, this is actually a new AI that chat with chat now, chat GPT AI sidebar. So if you look into it, we can even customize that one again to be able to let it know who we are and then what we want, and then it can guide us through whatever we want to do. So if you customize it, start customizing it, it should be able to help you to guide you through. So let's assume so I am AI trainer. So and what do I want? Short, medium, I want medium, official, I want blog, I want ideas. So in my case, I want ideas. So I'm just trying to customize it. So what kind of GPT are you using? Are you using O Mini, O Preview, Cloud, or ChatGPT 4 or Gemini? The thing is, Edge is a grand style. Microsoft Edge is giving you the ability to use almost the different type of AI, which include ChatGPT. So in our case, we are using ChatGPT, so which require like subscription. So, but I'm already having ChatGPT, so there's no issue with that. The only thing is, I don't even know whether chatbots. I'm beginning to feel like some people probably have created their own ChatGPT, but they just decided to name it just like the universal ChatGPT that we all know. So therefore, trying to create some kind of identity marketing in order to take advantage of the popularity of ChatGPT. So I think that is what we have just landed on. So those of you out there, just be careful about that. I just saw it as well. It seems there's another ChatGPT, which is, you see, this is chatbot free ChatGPT sidebar online. So which we have done. So, but I don't know why it's asking us to do it. Okay, so and everybody's still struggling to get their hands on the pie. So you see all sort of marketing strategies and grouping and stuff like that, which I don't know how it is. So based on the overwhelming number of AI tools that so far are out there, I have this simple call to make before we wrap up the show, is that um, ChatGPT or any form of AI is, I can say, are wonderful more than the traditional way we used to do things, right? But the more important thing that everybody, when you are going in to use them, is to ask yourself, what do I want from it? Other than that, I'm seeing it as another form of entertainment in which majority of us will go in there and just plug in, just like social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, what have you. We plug into it to just watch and consume videos without having a rationale on what we are doing in there. On top of that, it's just like consuming your batteries, your money, your credit, and you are not intentionally in using it. So before you engage in any AI tool, I would say you have to think about it. What do I want to use it for? What is the opportunities out there? Can I do something outside my actual my real hustling, or can I turn my hustling into something through the assistance of AI? Some of us are trying to put ourselves in it. All of you know me, I'm not a technocrat when it comes to AI things. But what I do know is that if you have the good language or questioning ability, you should be able to use ChatGPT to do whatever you want to do. As I tell you, just 3 days ago, I started building my own app. I have launched the app right now. I've launched my own website with AI. I'm building my own agentic AI, customizing it. Basically, it's just following the prompt and listening to it and following what it's asking you and making the right choices. But before you go in there, you have to do a thorough planning. You have to know what you want to do. What are you heading towards when you come to AI? So that is why we created a Pele Institute of AI Humanizations to hook along those of you who are struggling and yet you are ambitious. You feel like you want to use the AI, the artificial intelligence, to also create something. You have some ideas that you think you can bring it to the world to see. And along the line, I think a lot of viewers should begin to think about it from this way. There's no more boundaries when it comes to business ideas, when it comes to getting money. You can be in Ghana and your videos will be watched in China, it can be watched in Russia, it can be watched in the US, it can be watched in Canada, and then you'll be making money out of it. That's just a typical example. You can be in Ghana and people will be ordering your books from online and through Amazon, eBay, Halfbook, and name it. You can be in Ghana and people will be subscribing into your online business, like your course, your webinar, and stuff like that, and watching you while you are in Ghana and delivering the content from Ghana. So that brings us to a new territory, which most people, though some people may see like, oh, some of you are just trying to get attention to, or you just want attention from people. It is not attention we are seeking. We're trying to make people see the advantages in using AI. In the next few days, I'm organizing a webinar um, which will be looking into AI basics. Um, it will also look into motivational strategies that we need to use to overcome the fear we have in AI, and also look at what is the world doing that we are not doing, to the point that we are stuck when it comes to artificial intelligence, when it comes to standard of living, when it comes to unemployment, and just name it. So I'll be dropping the link in my Facebook timeline. I know some people have questions about what they are doing, and I am not claiming to know everything about AI. Um, but what I'm doing is I'm sharing the experiences that I have with I have used in using AI, or I have gathered using AI. And indeed, I have built about 2 channels or YouTube channel just basically using AI. I never put my face in there. And in fact, one of them have about almost 12,000 subscribers. One have about 8 to 9,000 subscribers. And the dynamics and of what I learned inside that alone is significant. To right now, as I speak, I've been exposed to a huge AI consultancy firms that have built resources around how to train people on AI. And I have unlimited access to these resources, which if you come along with my webinar, you come along with my training, I'll be letting you have these tools and also use them to explore and see what kind of thing you want to produce out of AI. The key thing is not just AI, but what can you get out of AI? Like I said, it can make your life easy. Writing essays and stuff like that can be easy, but the real big thing is generating big businesses out of AI. You can see that it already dropped a chunk of business ideas that you can do in Ghana specifically, right? But if you were to take one of these business idea and throw it back there and say, I want to choose to grow poultry farming, outline the major things I need to consider before I will go into poultry farming. You will see that it will give you a very profound information about what you need to do in order to get your poultry farming running. It will give you resources. It can give you cost-effective mechanisms you can undertake to get your poultry farming in order, and even indicate best practices, probably medicine and stuff like that, in order to get your poultry farm running from scratch. Now, for me, I'm inviting, it's a free webinar. I'm not charging anybody for it. And because myself is learning, I am not trying to say I'm an expert, but myself is learning. And I want to take people through it. I've been through about 3 to 4 months of mentorship with people who have made millions of dollars out of AI, and their results is astonishing. And it's just not just because they are so special, it's just that they have taken advantage of the resources and they're using it. So who knows? If you come and I disclose some of these tools to you and how to use them, maybe you can even become an expert in it and take it to the highest level. So I'll be sharing the link below, and those of you who want to join the webinar can go ahead and register. It's free, and just show up and have an open mind, ask questions. If you're going to be more engaging and interactive in nature. If you have something to share, you'll be welcome to share your ideas, and then we go from there. So those of you who are coming, I also put in a Impele Institute chatbot. This chatbot was customized and to provide contextual answers to our African needs. So therefore, it might be very relevant if you use it. And for now, I will say, those of you who have come in, just chat in and tell me how you feel about today's presentation, and we go from there. I will thank all of you and have a good night.